For a bowl of this size, it's going to be about 1.25 kilograms, which normally I just weigh it out on a scale. It roughs out to be about this much. There's a little bit of feel and intuition that you can kind of have with it. Generally, kind of how I was taught was you want it to be about as thick as like a milkshake or peanut butter texture. Mixing it always kind of makes me feel like Old Stone Creamery employee. Kind of just like working it once you get it on the table. It's also kind of similar to like making dough. So you kind of want to make like an island in the middle and just pour whatever in. It roughs out to be about 100 milliliters to 1 kilogram. So from that size container to about most of this one. Recently, I did like a planter-sized one, like a large plant. I've done some large panels as well. I'm working my way up to doing a table, which is kind of more factors as you scale up in size. You want to err more on the side of it being drier. So this is still a little wet. You can kind of see by like how fast it's going. But once I add the pigment to it, that's going to slow it down. That's a good start there. Similarly, I believe it kind of varies from color to color how much we're going to add, but I believe when I measured this out, it's roughly 20 to 30 grams of this mint color stuff. And you just kind of want to fold it in, kind of work it. Like a stain is going to be a liquid. So similarly, you can stain it as well. So that's going to be at a different stage. If your mix is dry enough, you can just cut it however. You just kind of keep stacking it on top of itself. And if you can kind of see, there's a little bit of it on there. You go right into it. And at this point, you can kind of just play around with the patterns. Throw some pieces here, there. That way. And if you want to get like a lot of different stripes into it, you just cut it up multiple times. If you're looking to blend the colors, you can just mix them like this with this. It doesn't come out the cleanest all the time. I think in one of those bowls I was going around, you can kind of see the color blended a little too much, in my opinion. It still looks pretty good. And as you're putting it into the mold, you kind of just want to give it a tap, shake it a little bit, and it'll level itself out. And with this will cure in probably 4 to 5 hours. If you add too much water, it's going to be more likely to void. So there's going to be little pockets of air and water that when they dry, it's going to make a hole in it. So you want to shake it. And as you're shaking your mold, you're going to see little bubbles rise up to the top. You just go poke those, take a shake of it. Then once you take it out of the mold, you kind of need to, you have a couple of options on how you want to seal it. Countertop waxes, that's kind of what I've been using. If you've noticed on some of the bowls, it kind of has like a soft, kind of satin kind of feel on them. So with that, that is a like food safe countertop mix. So if you want to do like a dog bowl or something you could eat out of, That's what you want to lean towards. They do have like an acrylic sealer as well, water-based, so it's not going to be worse to mix inside of your home. And you can kind of just use that to just brush it onto the mold, or brush it onto the bowl, and give that an hour or so, and just kind of keep layering that for 2 to 3 layers, and buff it in between, and that's pretty much it.